Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another triple whammy reading of Aesop's Fables. Our first fable starts and ends with the fox as he pitter-patters on a way out of here. And joining us now for this fable in the other two is a new feathered friend, the foolishly silly crow. So our first fable, in this case is The Fox and the Crow. One bright morning, as the fox was following his sharp nose through the wood in search of a bite to eat, he saw a crow on the limb of a tree overhead. This was by no means the first crow the fox had ever seen. What caught his attention this time and made him stop for a second look was the lucky crow held a bit of cheese in her beak. "No need to search any farther," thought sly Master Fox. "Here is a dainty bite for my breakfast." Up he trotted to the foot of the tree in which the crow was sitting, and looking up admiringly, he cried, "Good morning, beautiful creature." The crow, her head cocked on one side, watched the fox suspiciously, but she kept her beak tightly closed on the cheese. It did not return his greeting. "What a charming creature she is," said the fox. "How her feathers shine! What a beautiful form, and what splendid wings! Such a wonderful bird should have a very lovely voice, since everything else about her is so perfect. Could she sing just one song? I know I should hail her Queen of the Birds." Listening to these flattering words, the crow forgot all her suspicions, and also her breakfast. She wanted very much to be called Queen of the Birds, so she opened her beak wide to utter her loudest caw, and down fell the cheese, straight into the fox's open mouth. "Thank you," said Master Fox sweetly, as he walked off. "Though it is cracked, you have a voice sure enough. But where are your wits?" Moral of this fable: the flatterer lives at the expense of those who will listen to him. And there's fable number 1, folks. Let us continue on with the next fable. We say bye-bye to Mr. Fox, and we continue on the story. Oh, I thought this was a crow. This is a raven. How foolish of me. But don't worry, he's doing the cha-cha dance for you. Cha-cha-cha. And this one's a short one. Stop screwing around. Okay. A Raven and a Swan. A raven, which you know is black as coal, was envious of the swan, because of her feathers were as white as the purest snow. The foolish bird got the idea that if he lived like the swan, swimming and diving all day long and eating the weeds and plants that grow in the water, his feathers would turn white like the swan's. So he left his home in the woods and fields and flew down to live on the lakes and in the marshes. But though he washed and washed all day long, almost drowning himself at it, his feathers remained as black as ever. And as the water weeds he ate did not agree with him, he got thinner and thinner, and at last he passed. Moral of this fable: a change of habits will not alter your nature. What a foolish raven that was. Almost similar to the crow, wouldn't you agree? Now let us go on to the last fable of the evening. Initially, I had a longer one for this, but where I get these stories from, they did not have this, so I just did the next best thing, and I looked up on Google. This was like my 5th search that was decently length. I do apologize for the lack of picture, but I'll get onto it. The final fable of this evening: The Eagle and the Crow. A crow saw an eagle drop down from the sky onto a lamb, caught it with its claws, and flew straight back with it to its nest. The crow thought he would do the same. But the lamb was much too heavy for him, and what was worse, the crow's little claws got caught in the lamb's thick fur, so the bird was trapped there. The shepherd saw the crow, caught it, and put it in a cage. So the one who thought to imitate an eagle ended up laughed at by everyone else. Moral of this fable: think before you act. And there you have it, folks. A triple whammy, even though the third one was kind of pathetic. I do apologize. But this will be the last reading of Fables for this week. We will continue on. We still have a few more. And, why? Because tomorrow's video is going to be a little different. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you folks have a splendid evening. And you have an awesome, awesome night, even though I already just said that. Ta-ta!